3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So it is worth noting that the tutorial actually doesn't count for, are you just in time? Yep, Cyberbellum just started our first run today. But, yeah, so it should be noted that our tutorial is actually just... It's not actually counted for real time. It's not counted for in-game time. We count for real time. We're kind of hoping there's a lot more, like, depth into what this is. There's a lot more depth into the tutorial compared to the previous game. So it would be cool if this actually is added to the time frames, and we've been timing it as if it is, but oh well. But anyways, if you ever notice that the difference between real time and in-game time is a little over a minute, like usually 2 to 3 minutes, a minute of it comes from here. A minute of it comes from the intro. Oh. Anyway, Cyberbellum just finished his his session 5, basically. His session 0, sorry. So Cyberbellum just got into some Dungeons and Dragons. Good for him. Always love Dungeons and Dragons. And definitely, when I'm live on channel, feel free to talk about all of that. But yeah, he just got his first session 0, and then I heard he told me a lot about it in the Discord. It seemed like it went awesome, other than it's ending early. Felt a little sorry for the friend that had to leave. Oh well. You even got to play a little. That's awesome. Some session 0s don't get that far. Alright, so since we have to stop by here anyways, I'll pick up the Clothos Spindle. It actually increases my damage slightly. Anyways, yeah, in case you haven't noticed, Sire, I just making sure to over-explain right now, so hopefully people will appreciate it. Alright. Ooh. No air dash always trips me up. I always expect that I'm going to be able to air dash through things. Oh well. Still make it through this okay. Very little damage taken, despite everything. There we are. Whew. Whew. Barely didn't squeeze through there. But anyways, so for routing, I am going always to the left, then up, because I'm trying to find, so let's see if I can explain it. I'm trying to go, the 2 heirlooms I'm trying to find, one is most consistently up from where we are, and one is most consistently to the left of our starting position. It seems like that's not the case right now, because I haven't found either, but that's generally the pathing. In addition, we have to go up to get to Sticky and Steady when the time comes. So there's that as well. And so generally, our path always consists of the upwards direction first, and then left whenever possible. But yeah, so we found the way up to the Sticky and Steady. That's good. You've changed up your character a little since then. It sounds like you took the Spare the Dying cantrip. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, look up what the Healer's Kit does. The Healer's Kit is an item that basically acts as the Spare the Dying cantrip. Kind of the main thing that makes that sad. And Healer's Kit is an item that only costs 5 gold and is in most stores. Anyways, we got to the Anake of the Shawl. Alright. So Cyberbellum, as you probably know, when I first start up the run, my little screen thing my timer blocks the comments, so I have to switch that out sometime during the run. So unfortunately, we'll be doing that after I finish this heirloom, or at least that's the hope. Alright, so dash attack followed by a regular attack is often enough to kill those guys. But if they attack during it, it sometimes messes it up. And these guys is just a single dash attack. Alright. And that. I'm not sure if we found that by the time the video that was released got out. Anyways, getting this all figured out, getting this all cleaned up. All good with this heirloom. And dash heirloom is definitely the most important because it's just very necessary for all your mobility needs. Alright. So, as I pick this up, I am going to pause a bit so that I could finish up, make sure I can read chat properly and all that. So if we're stuck at this little scene right here, that's my own fault. It's a time loss on my part, and it just sucks to be me. Alright, slide that up so I could read comments. There we are. Alright, DM already warned you about that. He's been lenient about changing stuff since something means he didn't... Okay, I have to finish exploring before I read that in its entirety. Sorry about that. Alright, so there's path up still, actually. So let's go with there. So yeah, now we just find the book. We're finding the exit to the right. And we're finding Lamech. That's our 3 goals. So... And I just fell through the tiny hole there. Alright, there's the book. So we just need Lamech, and we need the exit to Axis Mundi, which is always to the right. Ooh. So there's Lamech. That's awesome. And the Axis Mundi entrance can't be far off, so that's going to be good. Pick up the money, because we might need it. Alright. His first campaign in the high... Oh my gosh, my hand was in the wrong position. Alright, so his first campaigns in the High of D&D playing were in 2nd edition? Wow, yeah, I only started playing 3.5. Definitely. I've heard a lot of people say good things about D&D 2nd edition and stuff. It's a very different system, though, so... Not always something... Not everyone's cup of tea, to put simply. Alright. We accidentally did take damage from Lamech. Usually the more precise routes is only doable, assuming that we are a solid number over 100 health. Okay, I made several mistakes in this fight, so that's not good. Oof. So we're gonna have to find the exit soon and just go with Echo Kick and go back to the old route, unfortunately. Huh. Because, yeah, if we go up to Gauntheads and we end up... Like, so... The route that I've been shifting to is that after Lamech, we go find Gauntheads. But the problem with Gauntheads is that they deal 100 damage per attack, minimum. So, it will very easily one-shot us. Hey, Sweet Good, happy to see you there. Yeah, and... As I bet everyone's playing D&D 5th edition. Yep, that is correct, Cyberbell. 5th edition is just... Probably the best system right now. Whew. Anyways, hey Sweetgood, how's your day been going? Whew. Oh, there's the exit! Alright, so it looks like we're picking up Echo Kick, and since that's going to be our main recovery method, we're going to just probably go straight to Void Beast Bareth. So we're going back with the old routes. Character is pretty awesome. Awesome, man. That's always good. Always glad when people enjoy their characters. Or should I say it's saddening when people don't enjoy their characters. After playing him just a little, I'm glad I picked what I did. Yep. I've been watching Korean pranks since yesterday. I've not laughed this much in years. That's great. Ugh. I have no idea what makes Korean pranks different than other pranks, other than the society that gets interacted with. But I mean, Canic Camera was always nice back over here, so as long as the pranks are just like kind and genuine and not cruel is basically the main issue in my mind. Oof. But anyways, for the next part of the route, we are... So sometimes I would go to Gauntheads, but Gauntheads is the area up to the north. It's also one of the hardest areas, but since I have no recovery, I'm gonna go over to Axis Mundi, and we're gonna go all the way through to Void Beast Bareth like I do in the video. Alright. Whew. They're absolutely genuine. It makes everyone involved laugh in the end. Oh, that's great. That's great. If even the people getting pranked laughed in the end, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Alright. Oof. Alright, so we're just going through here. So it should be noted that there is a look-around function to make this area more obtainable, more doable. But because I have a weird control scheme, I actually cannot reach that button with any sensibility. Oof. So I just have to... Basically, I've memorized this area well enough that I'm not scared of what can throw at me. Okay, I'm still scared of what it could throw at me, but I could often see it coming. Sometimes I just make stupid mistakes, though. Hate the hammers. Hate the hammers. If you ever hear of what the worst enemy in the game is, hammers, man. Just no knockback. Oof. So you'll notice I hit the ground every once in a while, like, inadvertently. The point of hitting the ground is if you ever fall in the water, it warps you to the last place you touch the ground. So if I'm just, like, doing all this parkour aerial stuff all the time, it will warp me back, like, way back at the entrance. Anyways, there I was trying to get meat because we're starting to run low on health. But we have noted it's not worth it to go up and, like, hope for an apple, so we have to keep moving, basically. Whoop. And so this is the scariest part of the run. That was meat. I'm taking it. The scariest part of the run is right here, because we need the money from the Void Beast Barith in order to purchase the Architect. So if we don't kill here, if we die before we reach it, we have to go not just all the way through here again, but we have to, like, we have no map. We have to redo the map entirely. If it wasn't for my rule never to reset runs, it is an easy reset point dying before you make it to the boss here. Oof. But we made it. Alright. So it's also noted that we are trying to avoid we're planning to grab the book late. There's several rooms that if you could get, like, double jump in, the room is so much cooler. Like, the rooms are so much faster in book. And we do not need it for that damage boost on Void Beast Barith. So yeah, we're just facing it. We have 120 health. That's enough to survive 2 hits. And then we also have the shield, so as long as we're moving properly, we shouldn't get hit at all. And if we get hit at all, well, we can take 2 of those. Alright, that ain't good. So we're just going to shield it. Make it easy on ourselves. So usually you want them sticking together as much as possible. So that's why I usually stand in between them, because that forces them to go centered like that. Because that means the fireball, my swords, they can all hit them at the same time. So yep. Just focusing on the enemies. Oh. They're actually being really friendly right now. Like, this is kind of challenging, but, like, for trying to do this fast, these two are being very friendly. There we are. Look at that. Already done. That was a fast fight. Whew. Ugh. You've been making spell reference cards since our Fisser is a half caster. Yep. I'll send you a link to one of the videos that made me laugh the most if you'd like. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Feel free to do that, Sweet Dude. Feel free to do that. Alright. So, now we go to the Kerguelen Plateau. Here, so there are 5 rooms to find, but we need to find 4 of them. Probably the most important is Far Shores, which is always way to the right at the end here. Well, at least, I was gonna say, at least they only deal 22 damage, but then I ran out of invincibility frames against that guy and took 66 from him alone. Alright, we're gonna go down this time. Alright, nothing worthwhile. Whew. So yeah, those red orbs basically attack me if I attack in their area. Those wisps only get hurt by the kicks, so... Alright, so we found Far Shores, and this is the most important because once we enter an heirloom, we fully heal. So we are going to use this healing to allow us to explore the rest of the area, is the hope. Alright. Oof. Alright, so we have this. We now have double jump. That's good. So when we grab book, we will have all the tools we need. An additional tool that if we can is try to get +6 strength before we enter the book. That will allow us to one-shot the enemies in there, so very much preferable, but not necessary. Oof. Alright, well, I took the 25 damage. Let's grab that meat just to confirm I'm healthy. Alright. So this room is actually one of the scarier rooms, or at least because I hate these enemies. Okay, let me put it that way. That's why this is the scariest room, because it has my least favorite enemy in the game to face. God, just thank you. Thank you. So they either get knocked back while they're spinning super fast, or they don't get knocked back at all, which is really inconsistent and is always feeling weird. Alright, well with that, we can now start grabbing lilies, and we need to grab 2 lilies to open up the Ma's door, so we'll start doing that next. I usually just escape to return to main menu so I don't have to go across the water. It's just faster to get through these loading screens than to try to jump across the water. And also there's a lily directly above us, so we can head up first. That's nice. Grab the meat to confirm you're healthy. So yeah, in the same way that the other damage boost wasn't worth taking. Oh yeah, so you need the book to pick up those damage boosts. So since I don't have the book, it's not even worth. I can't even go up for it. It's not even an option. Anyway, so here's the first lily, and we could only get here because we got double jump. So this is one of the rooms you usually skip if you have the opportunity to, because there's 3 lilies and we need 2. But we ended up finding it, and we ended up finding double jump, so we're gonna keep heading up. Alright, here's another lily. So now we just need to find the Ma's room, and we are done with the Kerguelen Plateau searching. Because we only needed 2 lilies. They're both right there. Alright, so Nama is most likely... You going left will never find Nama, so going up worked. Awesome. So that's actually really good Nama. Now here's the thing. And this is going to look weird. We are grabbing the chest because we need the money, but we're not grabbing Nama. We are now going to the Stygian Study. Nama is a really tough fight and takes a really long time. Meanwhile, if we fight Gonheads and Murmur are not very long fights, and killing them gives us a good amount of money. So the idea is we're gonna actually, yeah, we're gonna fight the people here. We are going to explore with this character, and then basically once this character dies, we'll put up a fight with the next. So we'll grab a big fighter character next. Anyways, this boss is usually low enough on health and such and gives you enough rewards for it. Because, keep in mind, we are leveling up once. We're planning to die only once during this, which is often just like a retire the hero before we head off to face Nama and Enoch. So, yeah. It's actually worth killing just one and then the other, because the two usually keep themselves separated well enough, and well, I guess if you do that, they de-separate. But yeah, you have to be very careful, because if you haven't noticed, the one attack did 105 damage, and I only have 95 health remaining, so gotta be very careful. And sometimes spells don't knock back them for some reason. Any idea? No. No idea why that occurs. I'm not sure the developers even know. Just gotta be extra safe, because any hit could be your demise. Thank you for getting together. There we go. One dead. Makes this fight so much easier. Whew. There we are. Whew. Alright, got Gonheads. So now we're popping this open. instead of watching the big cutscene, we're going to just return to main menu to get back into the area real fast. We are going to actually warp over to where Gauntheads is, but between like reloading like this versus watching the cutscene, this is actually faster, or at least we think it's faster. Yeah, that's just kind of the guess. That's why we do that. All right. Okay. So we died at okay spots. I would have wanted to find the Void Dash. I would have wanted to do a lot of other additional things, but we died at an okay spot. We have the Scholar Weapon. Do remember that. Any good spells? Searing Shot is still the best of these spells, but none of the spells are outstanding. But there's also, strangely enough, no traits. So we're just going to be perfectly fine with that. Just keep it going. Buy out equipment. We have more than enough gold to buy what we want. So we're gonna, buy what we want, which is usually just strength buffs. Since, yeah, we don't have a spell that's exceptional enough to be going for the magic build instead. Alright, let's buy the Scholar Weapon. I think it can't be too much. I don't think I got anything else significant. Nope, just the leather helm. I'm not gonna bother with that unless there's 200 gold left over, which there is, because it's exactly 200 gold, and it's worth buying if you have nothing, but if you can't buy anything with that, but only then is it worth buying. Because, at least with the final boss, the difference between 200 health and 250 health is negligible. It's 200 and 270 health where it starts becoming significant, where you get an additional hit you can take. Alright, so we're going to continue from the task you were doing. Go and keep going. We have a lot of strength, so we actually can be melee focused effectively, doing damage through there. Alright. Made it in time. Alright, steel-toed boots could be worth grabbing. So this will have armor break, which means against the bosses, that will actually really... I love how the chest is just charging me. I wonder if that chest is dangerous. Alright. So we're trying to find... Let's see. Murmur? We have everything here we still need to find. We need to find Murmur, Enoch, the Void Dash heirloom, the damage boost in here. Alright, so we found Murmur. That's good. Alright, there's a path up. That's good. So, let's see, we just need to find Enoch and the last heirloom. So, Enoch is always straight up, as shown. And the last heirloom can be effectively anywhere at this point. So, I'm just kind of wandering. There is a big room to the right that I kind of want to avoid, so just got fortunate in not running into it. We found the heirloom room. Alright. So this is the last heirloom with this and book, I guess. We also have book, but we discovered book, but we know where that is. So that's the important part. So we have all rooms discovered that we need. So we're just going to finish up this heirloom. Thanks to the Scholar Weapon, we have more than enough damage. So we're going to be in the book. We could get fast book. Let's see, Murmur. So we just have then we have Murmur, Enoch, and Nama. With this kick, thanks to the steel-toed boots, I think we go for Nama first because the way you dance with her, the way you constantly kick off of her, we're actually going to be dealing more damage to her than we would to Enoch, basically. Yeah, our damage is solid. Two hits. Just trying to get that. Alright. Fireball actually really helps with that. This fight specifically. That's always a tough fight for me. Alright, I probably should have grabbed that meat lantern just to get that last bit of health. There we are. Hey, Vibes, how's it going, man? How's it going? Alright. Getting everything complete. Everything finished up. We are doing pretty darn good on time, actually. While the death was unfortunate, it was actually a pretty decent spot if you were going to retire your hero. It wasn't like midway through a Gauntlet fight. It was directly after it was in the next room after we killed him, so it's pretty optimal despite the unoptimalness. So usually we would teleport here. The problem is Void Heirloom, for whatever reason, has no teleport in it. So we just have to return to main menu as our form of teleportation. So now let's kill off Murmur. You know, I probably should have just done Nama and went up the staircase, actually. I just usually do Murmur next because Murmur is seen as one of the easier bosses. So, anyways, bright flashing warning. When we get to the red orbs, they are going to explode in a blinding flash of light, and I don't want anyone's eyes hurting, so if you have any visual issues like that, be warned, the red orbs are going to be doing good. How's it going, Vibes? Yeah, my day's going good. As I'm trying to explain this video thoroughly, because I know some people, this might, like, because I'm not, I have that video coming out Sunday, and I don't stream on Sunday. This is going to be the first video a lot of people see of mine, so I want to make sure it's good and explains a lot. Oh, I thought that had infinite range, so I just shot it. Apparently I'm wrong. Ooh. How about you, Vibes? How you doing? Alright, there we go. Murmur done. No damage taken. Full mana. Full health. All solid things. And now we just kind of follow the route as shown. So next is Nama. Then we grab the book to heal up from Nama. Then we go face Enoch. Glad to hear you're doing good, Vibes. Glad to hear you're doing good. And yeah, for some reason, after you beat Murmur, you have to stay around that room for a long time. Throat's getting parched. Alright. Nama. I'm having problems with hitting her. I don't know why, but I've been having issues with Nama in a way that I haven't had with her before. And it's just been happening recently. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this boss specifically. But it's like I forgot how to fight her properly, you know? Alright, so here you want to avoid the nightmares. It is worth noting that if you're going to take damage, it's better to take damage from the nightmares than anything else here, because they deal so much less damage, but still, if you could just, you know, not take damage, that's always preferable. Alright. A through, that's nice. Well, we have a heal when we're done here, so that's gonna be nice. Looks like we're gonna need it. Despite being able to take one more hit, I consider that DEFCON. This is the mode where we have to take things super seriously, because it's usually when I get hit by Nama that things spiral out and I get hit more than once like that. Whew. Alright. That was not comforting. Alright, so we don't need that gold, so we just pop open the chest to say that the fight's over, and then we just leave. So, no need there. And then we grab the book heirloom, which, as you can see, is after 31 health. At 31 health after facing Nama, with 88 damage being taken on every hit from the next boss. The full heal that comes from the book is very valuable. And as you will see, we do these rooms a lot faster thanks to having all the heirlooms and the extra damage. So, first off, thanks to double jump, we have this room where we don't even have to kick off of most of these guys. Alright, made a mistake, which is going to punish me. Because if I was actually made no mistakes, I can actually catch this as it first spins around. So it's kind of like cycles, you know? And I missed the perfect cycle. Alright, whatever. There we go. We don't even need to shut these off, really, because everything dies in one hit, so we're never around long enough for that to matter. That's still the fastest kill for those two, because we have to wait for them both to die anyways, and they die simultaneously. Still the fastest kill for these guys, because so many of them. Oof. Alright. So that was a pretty nice run. Oh. I hit the ground already. There we go. So that's Book taken care of. So now we just have Enoch. That is the entire rest of the run. Just Enoch. Now, Enoch can cause you troubles. Cannot deny that Enoch I have died to many times. Many times I've lost runs because Enoch gave me trouble. But that doesn't mean that Enoch's going to give me trouble. Just that happens. I actually want Enoch to go lower, but at the same time, this heirloom that causes the... Alright, well, we're definitely way too close. Made several mistakes, mistimed my shields. A lot of big issues showed up, and now we have to be very cautious or else we die. So these aren't even, like, Enoch's not even being a challenge for us right now. It's just I'm making a bunch of stupid mistakes. And I'm really disappointed in myself by them. But that happens sometimes. Sometimes, not every day is a good day for you. But man, this run has been good until this moment. This attack is much more threatening with Enoch being... Oh man, I do not like it when Enoch's up in the air because this is just an uncomfortable spot to fight. Keep coming down. That was an easy avoidance. That was an easy avoidance. That was just me making a mistake. Oh well. All right, let's show you guys what it looks like when you do it with a barbarian. Yeah, nothing worth buying. So, architect keeps it locked because that's one of the options. They can lock the castle always. So that's done. Whew. We still are pretty good. Like we're still below average, which is nice. At the very least, that was a lot of hope for a really amazing run. But now it's going to be an okay run. It's going to be still okay. It's still going to be... Actually, no, it's still going to be good. It's just, it used to be amazing. Now it's going to be good. And if this character dies, it will still be okay. By all means, stay okay. Oh, right. I have IBS, not the shout. So IBS is like an additional jump. Super IBS replaces your talent with an additional jump that causes fire damage. So, gotta start using that more because the fire damage is worthwhile. Also keeping me in the air with that spin attack. So in case you're wondering, that blue aura is whenever I dash, it's considered a dash attack and it deals additional damage. So I'm trying to get that aura and just keep it active, because the moment I touch the ground or anything like that, touch the ground or kick off of him, it's no longer considered a dash attack, and the extra damage is removed. So. Just using that as the double jump. There we go. Awesome. And the extra health on the barbarian actually makes the stuff matter. What about the farts is so fiery? Likely tacos. Likely it's the extra. If you have a lot of Mexican food, it makes sense that if I have a lot of Mexican food in my days, so at least then it makes sense why it's fiery. So I just realized that, like, because I didn't echo kick, I didn't refresh my dash. Alright, this was several mistakes at the very end. Luckily I still have health, but I have to be careful again because now I die in one hit. Great job, me. Oh, this attack. Alright, so those, in case you're wondering, those potions are not treated as projectiles, so there's nothing you could really do about them. No! I was pressing that to give myself the extra jump to get out of there, because I knew I was going to die to those projectiles. Alright. Well, I still stand by, Barbarian is the best damage dealer against there, but some stupid mistakes really punished me. We're still getting an okay run. Like I said, if we did it the first time, this was an amazing run. And like, if you look at the timers, yes, it was an amazing run. We didn't get those the first time, so that was going to become a good run. And that was going to be a good run. Now it's going to be an okay run. It's going to be an okay run. We're okay with what's about to happen. Ah. Mistakes were made. Yep, mistakes were made. Alright. Whatever. Happens. I'm just using the shout now because there's a glitch where the shout really, it doesn't work on the next phase the way it's supposed to. And so I just want to get out of the way while I can, basically. So I just use it to break projectiles to make it a little easier to approach. And then I just move on with my life. So the thing is, the shout refreshes whenever you take damage. So, you know, optimally, it never recharges. Which makes it really hard to find the opportune time to use it. Anyways, with freezing, since bosses can't be frozen, instead applies armor break, which just increases my damage of my basic attacks. So that's why I'm using, you know, the spell like that. Alright. Don't have a shout for this, so just gotta avoid. Awesome. There we go. So that's Enoch. Or part 1 of Enoch. Now we got part 2. Okay, well, we're at full health this time, so we can make a few mistakes, that's fine. But yeah, when it's doing... In case you're wondering, the reason that I like this grounded attack is while you cannot move, it deals something like double the damage of the equivalent for the knight attack. So it's just a damage dealer. But as you can see, the main weird glitch, this guy actually freezes when you use that spell instead of what's supposed to happen of armor break. We're just gonna go over here, not do something stupid again. There we go. Alright, still a good time. Still a good time. Still an okay time. And still below average, because I have been getting some pretty poor averages. Because if you die before you get to Void Beast Bareth. Yeah. Barethorexia. The GG's. Alright. Alright, let's see what the time was in-game. In-game, that was a 36:46. Again, not bad at all. Not bad at all. But wish it could have been better.